Hey everyone, I've been using the iPhone 14 Pro Max for close to 6 months now as my daily phone, and today I'll be showing you how I've set up my phone, some of the apps I use, and generally how I've customized it to match my style and how I use my device. In this video, brought to you by Casetify and their new clear case for the iPhone 14 series. A crystal clear, long-lasting case that features strong protection, style, and function. Hit the link in the description to check it out today and get 15% off your order. Okay, so first up, let's talk lock screen. So I've kept my lock screen pretty simple here, as you can see, but I want to have some information available as soon as I turn my phone screen on. So I have the full date, the battery widget that shows the battery life of nearby connected devices, a calendar widget, the weather widget that shows the temperature, and also the activity widget as well for the activity app. Pretty simple, but this is all key information that's just a quick glance away and also shows up on the always on display. And unlocking the phone, you can see my main home screen and icon setup for this device. And yes, I know it does look pretty unique. So I designed the wallpaper and icon pack for this device, both available on my website, canoopsy.media. And what's actually really great about these Pro Series iPhones with the dynamic island is that it actually hides that drop-down shortcuts notification that shows up on regular notched iPhones. So basically you can have a custom icon pack and have none of those drop-down notifications from shortcuts that you can't turn off for some reason. It just shows up in the island for a second and then goes right to your app. No wait times, no delays. This is great. So I'm right-handed, and the layout I have here is very much tailored to one-hand usability, and I've had this layout for a while, and it just works very well for me. Now you might be wondering how I was able to get my 4 main home screen applications all on the right side. Well, I'm using an application called Clear Spaces, and if you act quick, there are 10 free codes on the screen right now to download Clear Spaces for yourself. So Clear Spaces basically lets you make blank widgets you can add to your home screen. So you can basically put your apps anywhere. To really just have the flexibility of putting your applications wherever you want to have them, whether it be at the very top, left or right side, right in the middle. Clear Spaces lets you do that. But I've taken this concept a step further and combined the Clear Spaces widget with other widgets to create a widget stack on the home screen. And I have 3 of these widget stacks. And basically what this does is gives you a transforming home screen with information when you want it and a clean, minimal design when you don't want to see all that information. So the very top widget stack when I swipe up or down is my calendar widget so I can see all my appointments, what day it is. It's great. The next one is the full weather widget, so I can swipe up or down to show me the forecast throughout the day and what the current temperature is where I'm at. And the last one is my square widget stack with a focus on music. So if I swipe up, it shows my AirPlay shortcut widget, and if I tap this, it basically sends my music from my phone to my Sonos speakers over AirPlay. If I swipe up one more time, it shows the current music that's playing on Apple Music with the album art. And if I swipe up one more time here, I have another widget shortcut that basically disconnects the iPhone from AirPlay and the Sonos speaker, switches back to the iPhone speaker, and pauses the music all with one tap. I'm always playing music here at the studio, and being able to quickly cast music from my phone to my speaker with just one tap is very convenient and very easy. Now swiping to the right, we have my widget side panel, which I actually do use quite frequently. At the very top, we have the battery widget that shows all my connected devices and their battery percentages, as well as the analog clock, just because I think it looks pretty nice. Then we have the Siri shortcut app suggestion widget, whatever it's called, I don't know, but this widget has learned me very, very well. And it pretty much just shows all the apps that I use on a daily basis very frequently, just having them right there, easy to press without having them cluttering up my home screen. And all the apps that I don't want to see in this widget for whatever reason, I've turned off in the settings so they won't show up in this little widget box. Just the apps I need and just the apps that I use very frequently are going to show up here. Then below that, I have those AirPlay widgets I talked about earlier, but just here once again in a second place. And I also have the Shazam widget that if you tap it, it activates Shazam instantly and starts listening to music in the background to identify tracks that are playing. And this widget is very useful because from there you can actually tap play in Apple Music or add to library. Basically, you hear a track, you tap this, add it to your library right away, or hit play. Super convenient. Okay, I'll be honest, the apps that I actually use on my phone these days are very few and also kinda basic. I've gotten rid of so many apps on my device, and I used to actually have folders and folders and folders of games and all these different camera tools and all these different versions of the same app, but I realized that I don't want that. So I have very, very few apps, and my rule is if I don't use an app at least once a week, it gets deleted. And I do use a lot of Apple's own apps because it keeps things easy, data transfers across devices with iCloud, and I like to keep things easy. But there are a few apps that I do rely on and quite like as well. So first is Canon Camera Connect. It lets me pair my phone to my Canon camera so I can actually see what's on the screen and control things like the aperture, ISO, and actually where the camera is focused on if autofocus is on. I also have the Filmic Pro app, and this is the legacy version because I actually bought it almost 2-3 years ago, so I'm not paying that subscription. But this app basically gives you manual controls for video, as well as a whole bunch of other things like white balance and focus control for video. It's pretty useful, but having it as a subscription service is, I don't know. I don't really like that idea. There's a Nike Run Club app that I've talked about many times before that lets me track all my runs, as well as has these guided voice runs that are just so much fun and really helps motivate me to get out and run. Scanner Pro is my go-to scanning app of choice for scanning documents or pages of books and things. It scans things in very quickly, you can export files as PDFs, it's just super convenient and easy to use. I've used it for years. One of the apps I discovered recently that's been an absolute game changer for me is called TELUS Health. It's available here in Canada, and what it does is connects you with a doctor within a few minutes over video, phone, or over text. Being able to talk to a doctor without leaving your house is absolutely incredible. It's covered by OHIP, and it really is one of my favorite apps and something I hope to not use too much, but if I do need to use it, it's great. I also have the Tuya Smart app so I can feed my cat when I'm away from home with the auto feeder by just pressing a button. I can choose the portion size, I can see him over video, I can talk to him, hear what's going on at home. It is a great application that's very well designed and pairs really well with my auto feeder. And yes, I do have Facebook on my phone, but I use it almost exclusively for Facebook Marketplace because it is incredible. Like, the algorithm is so good that it's showing me all the things I want without even me searching them up sometimes. It is too good to be true, and honestly I think I need to delete it because it really is a problem. And the last thing I want to talk about here is the Do Not Disturb focus mode that I've set up on my device. So when I activate Do Not Disturb, it blacks out my lock screen and home screen wallpaper, removes all of those transforming widgets as well, and just leaves that bottom dock with the essential apps that I need. If I'm trying to work on a project, stay focused, or just stay off my phone when I'm trying to get to sleep, this is a great way to remove those distractions and just prevent me from wanting to actually use my phone at those times. And that's pretty much it. That's my iPhone setup that I think at this point is perfect for how I use my phone and how I want my phone to look. It's simple, convenient, and since the last time I showed my home screen setup, it's changed very slightly, but that's because this is how I like to use my phone, and it works very well for me. This video was brought to you by Casetify, known for their incredibly protective and stylish phone cases and other accessories. This is their iPhone 14 Pro Max clear case that is crystal clear with Casetify's UV Defender technology to prevent yellowing, keeping your case clear and looking fresh. It also offers excellent protection, up to 6.6 feet of drop protection to be precise, and protects your screen and camera with raised lips surrounding them. And with all this protection, the case here is still slim and lightweight, has excellent tactile buttons, works perfectly with MagSafe, and can also be left clean and simple or customized to match your style and personality. And there are over 2,000 designs available. Casetify's cases are the perfect balance of style and protection, and you can learn more and get 15% off your order at www.casetify.com/Canoopsy. Link in the description. Thanks to Casetify for sponsoring this video. I want to hear your thoughts on my iPhone setup in the comments down below. What do you like? What do you hate? What would you change? Let me know. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe, and thank you for watching.